Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. Here I do short time day vlogs and sometimes night vlogs, so it just depends on where I'm going. I'll take you to a few places. Can't take you everywhere, but I'll take you to a few places. So, but again, good morning. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you very much. Yay. So what is on today's agenda? I've got a lot of business to take care of, so don't know how much I can bring you in on things. Can't really do too much of that. But maybe at 3 o'clock we can play a little bit, but for right now I do gotta get to moving and everything. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. But just want to say hello and get this new vlog started and kicking. Okay, so I got my green on. Wanted something vibrant for today. Got my hoops on. A pop of red lipstick. Got my hair slicked back. Let's see. That's the good side of it, because it's not completely, brushed back, and I'm okay with that. Like, my hair is going to do that. It's not going to be perfectly gelled and all of that stuff, and I'm okay with that too. I do want to find a good gel, but again, I'm just sometimes not over invested into it. And so plus next week I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back into the shop so I can get it washed, conditioned, and everything, and then she'll press it. So when it's pressed, that's when it's easier for me to wear it back in certain styles, because it will automatically just lay down in a certain kind of way. But today it's okay too. Like I said, it's just not going to be that super slick kind of look, and my hair doesn't do that anyway. It will start to kind of curl up and all of that. So yeah, but if you know a good gel, something that works really well with natural hair, then you can put it in the chat box. I'm okay with that. Yay. But anyways, guys, I can't stay on here too long. Gotta go. Gotta get on the road and get to moving. And like I said, if I can pick back up at maybe at 3 o'clock, play a little bit, maybe, can't promise you anything, then I will. Okay. But you have a great morning, fantastic morning, a productive morning, and I will see you soon. All right. They playing all the jams, the Zydeco, all the early 90s. Oh, and it's lunchtime mix. Oh, they playing all my jams. I don't even want to get out the car, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go into Target, but I'm like, okay, let me wait a minute or two. I'm like, yep, they playing everything, especially the Zydeco. So I'm like, oh, yep. I gotta figure out this one song. I'm gonna have to go back out. I'm going to have to go back and figure that song out. I know the artist, but I can't think of the artist at the top of my brain, but I know his voice though. But anyways, I got to figure that out though, because he jamming. And I haven't heard that particular song, but I can't think of it though, but I'm going to have to find it. I'm going to have to go back and find it on the playlist. But yeah, they jamming. They playing all the good jams, especially that Zydeco, baby. And no, I'm not a New Orleans girl, but you know what? I stayed in Houston long enough. And back when I stayed in Houston, Zydeco was still a big part of their culture, because again, you got a lot of Louisiana people that assimilated into Houston. So Zydeco, it's always still been a big deal down there anyway, because again of that connection to Louisiana. A lot of people, they either from there or they got family there, so it was always a part of Houston culture though, along with some other things. But yeah, ooh, that reminds me of a good day. So it shall be a good day today with the Zydeco, baby, in the mix. So yeah, remind me of who I like. I like Keith Frank. Who else I like? Tucker. What's the one? They call me Pokey. Mr. Pokey. Is it Pokey Bear? Yeah. Duh, I'm singing the song, but you know what I'm saying. And who else? I can't think of it because the same person I cannot think of sing this song that I heard today. Ooh, and I like him too. I just can't think of it. But I'll go back and see though. But yeah. So it shall be a good day if they got the Zydeco in the mix, baby. Yep. Now I'm feeling real good. But let me go in Target though. I gotta go in Target before I make this next stop. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye. Hey guys, welcome to my vlog. This is my nighttime vlog. As you can see, it's nighttime. So I'm going to the movies tonight and I'm going to go see the new Michael movie. So I'm so excited. Yay! In my opinion, I'm running just a few minutes late. But not really, because by the time the previews come through, I'll probably be right on time. But in my opinion, considering that I got to go into the building and I think I still have to print my ticket. So all of that, actually takes a few minutes and everything. So, yeah, but it's all good though. So excited. I don't know why I'm so excited about this particular Michael movie, because they've done so many documentaries and so many movies and all this stuff on it. But for this one, it just seemed like it's going to be fantastic. So I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, because I do think it's going to be good, and I'm definitely going to let you know and how it goes. So very excited. Yeah, gotta go, guys. See you later. Bye. Hey guys, I told you I would give you my thoughts, so I will on how I like the movie. So let's get into it. So I definitely enjoyed the movie. I thought it was very entertaining. I love the concerts of it all, and that's what I feel like that they did an amazing job on, was bring you into this experience of what his performances were like and what it was like to be there to see him, how great of an artist, great of a dancer, performer, all the above that he was. So I can remember at one point feeling like I wanted to get up and dance. Because they get you engaged into it, like engaged into the concert, into the moment. So there is a point where you're going to feel like that you are there, and you're going to want to dance, but but just try to stay seated, sit down. But yeah. So I think they did an amazing job, especially around that time period of because what I'm saying is that here's where it gets really good to me. It's like it's that time period when he produces a Thriller, that particular album, and he does those songs, Beat It, I can't think at the top of my head. Y'all know how I am when I can't think at the top of my head, because I be talking. But during that particular time period, and then when he's about to go on the next major tour and everything, that's when, like I said, that's when they really get you into it, of like how great of a performer he was. Billie Jean. I was trying to think of Billie Jean as well. So when he does those songs, Beat It, Billie Jean, all of that, Thriller, and all of those songs and everything during that time period, that's when it gets really good. And I also love the costumes, like the wardrobe and everything. That was amazing. like I say, the ability for them to bring you into like a modern, kind of like HD high definition experience of it all, to me is where the brilliance of it comes out and everything. So that's my main thoughts about it. I definitely enjoyed it. And so yeah. As far as the sequence of the movie, yeah, so okay, let's talk about the sequence of the movie and how the movie was arranged. So I'm a millennial, and what I mean by that is that I can remember when the some of the original movies and documentaries came out on the Jackson 5 and everything back in the 90s. And I remember it coming on regular TV. And I don't know if you remember this, like I say, because I'm a millennial, generation. So I grew up in the 90s, right? In the early 2000s. So back in the day, they actually had it was like a 2-night special. And and like I said, I'm showing my age. And so what they did, it was like part 1, part 2. So I can remember actually watching this, part 1, part 2, and being, very excited. But it was very detailed. I remember that because that's why it took 2 nights to do it. And because they went through like the whole setup of the history of his family, their background, where they were from, how the group was developed, and all of that, right? And then of course when they became big, when they got out to LA, all of this, it was very detailed, and it gave a lot of insight in on how the Jacksons, how the group was not only developed, just the background of their family, the background and the dynamics and the relationships among all of them, and the dynamics of everything, right? Which was very, of course, important to understand, because it's important to understand, how Michael moves as an adult, how the brothers move, how his sisters move, the choices that was made among the parents and everything, right? So it gives you a lot of, detail. In this particular movie, this movie is about 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes, right? So, so if you can imagine, what I said is that the first movie that I saw as a kid took 2 nights, and now we're talking about a 2-hour movie. And so a lot of this, of course, is it's kind of reduced, very much. And I'm sure it's probably reduced to try to accommodate the timing, to try to accommodate the storyline, and more than likely to try to focus in on what they want to focus in on. So, as someone who's watched a lot of documentaries, who's watched a lot of background stories up on the story and have seen different versions of it, I would say that this is definitely a version that, to me, tailors probably your newer generation, Generation Z, Generation Alpha, and all of this, and just the world we live in now, because we now live in a TikTok kind of world and a YouTube kind of short kind of world. So I think the way that everything is in a sequence, I think that they kind of move it along in that particular way. So what I'm saying is that it kind of moves fast a little bit in the beginning, where it's like you kind of have these scenes that's showing the background of certain things, and you have these scenes that's showing you, I guess, what they want to show you. But these are not long scenes, and these are not full scenes, and these are not full completed sentences, in my opinion. It's like a snapshot to me, in my opinion. Like I say, in my opinion, I'm gonna say that again, in my opinion, these are snapshots that's giving you like a quick snap, a quick summary of everything for the most part, in my opinion, the first half of the movie, really, at least about 45 minutes of it, I felt like. But where I think they were going, and maybe this was on purpose though, where they were going was a little more, I think, towards Michael's adult life, and probably, like I say, that era of what I was saying that I was excited about when they get to where when they get to the point to where that he's just really at the height of his fame, and he's really at the height, and he's on top of the world. Like, it's just amazing. Like, trust me, when you see it, even though I know and have lived while Michael Jackson was living and know how great of an artist that he was, oh my gosh. Again, it's going to amaze you really how great of an artist that he is. I cannot say that enough. And it's going to highlight how much people loved him. People loved him to the point of where let me start over. Let me slow down. I'm sorry, y'all. People loved him to the point to whereas that they were passing out. Like, if they were at his concert, if they was in his presence, they were so overwhelmed with joy and so overwhelmed with greatness that they couldn't handle it. Like, that's how great of an artist that he was, and how much of an impact he had on people. And he was really kind, spiritual, very aware of his surroundings, very aware of people, and that's a amazing too of what and how they're going to show his personality. So I am getting back to my main point. I know you probably think I'm going around the conversation, but I'm not. That's actually going to bring me back to the point of, I think that's maybe where they was trying to go. Like, I think maybe that they was trying to show and focus, like, let us show this personality of his in a different kind of way. Let us show you a few details that you probably did not know, beforehand, and everything. So they show, like I say, his, his level of awareness of people around him. And I also think it was amazing on how they show, like, some of the hard decisions he had to make in relationship to his family. And when I say hard decisions, whereas, like, he had to figure out and determine how much of an individual he wanted to be. He had to determine when and where to combine his gifts and talents back with his family. I think he had to be aware of, like, what was best for him as an artist, especially when he became a solo artist. And I think he had to be aware of, like, how do he live for himself, protect himself? How does he become this great artist and do what he wants to do and what he is called to do to the world, and how to be great? I think it shows, like, how he had to, like I say, had to kind of rationalize this, and he still had to kind of take in, again, the complicated dynamics of his father, the complicated dynamics of maybe a certain loyalty back to his family on certain things, what to do, when to do certain things, how to still honor his brothers, and how to do the right thing for his brothers, but still honor himself. And you'll see what I'm talking about on that point of, like, there's a point where they show you whereas that he doesn't have to, but there's a point where they show where he makes a decision on what to do as far as going on tour with the Jackson 5, and how he's able to navigate this world and still prioritize himself in certain things in that same scenario. So I don't know if you still follow me at this point. I'm trying to develop this, the story in my own words, but not tell you the story, because I want you to see it and I want you, to develop your own thoughts and everything. So that's why I'm a little bit, trying to get my words together and trying to elaborate in a way to where that I'm not telling you what's exactly going on, but you can kind of understand what some of the main points are. So maybe again that's where they wanted you to be and what they wanted you to know, and maybe that there were certain things about business decisions that he had to make throughout his career that they wanted to focus on as well. So yeah. But anyways, guys, I say that to say is that it's a really good movie overall, in my opinion, and I was glad to see it, and I was excited about it and everything. Yeah. And I think you will too. But I definitely wanted to give you like a millennial opinion, because as a millennial, again, we were born in the 80s, we grew up in the 90s, went into our adulthood a little bit in the early 2000s. So, we were kind of like in between on the situation. Michael was already at his top and at his fame as we were growing up, but he was still very much around, and we very much understood it. We were excited. We knew, something about it, right? And so, yeah. But I think it was good though. Yeah, so definitely enjoyed it. Hopefully you will enjoy it. So yeah. And put your sparkle on, like, get your sparkle and your sequin on, because I saw a lot of people that was at the theater on the night that I went, that they had like their jackets on, like the sequin jackets. The people had their sparkly, their sparkly diamonds on and everything. They were doing it big, baby. So you got to get your Hollywood on if you go see it. You got to get something that has some kind of sequin, some kind of diamond, silver, something that kind of blings a little bit of sparkle, something bright, something like that. What was I wearing? So I had a cute dress on, but my sweater, it was like a pretty cream white, and then it had like sparkles in it. Yeah. So you got to get something, some earrings, something on you. Go get you a glove. You got to get something that represents Michael. Okay. Yeah. But anyways, you guys, I am going to end it here. I hope, again, you go see it, enjoy it, make it an experience, have fun with it, and everything. And yeah. But you have a great night. Okay. Bye.